and welcome to the Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland circuit class. So before we get going, just make sure that you're fit and well to take part today. If you've had any newly diagnosed medical conditions or any changes to any of the medication that you take, please seek advice from your doctor as to whether you're safe enough to take part in this exercise video. Okay, before we start, you're going to need a few things. So we're going to use a chair at the end for the stretches, and it's an option as well in sit to stand during the circuit part of the class. Also optional in the circuit part of the class is light dumbbells or cans from your cupboard. So you're looking at half a kilo to a kilo at the most, okay? And well, let's get going, let's get marching. Okay, so obviously you're wearing comfortable clothes. I'm used to working out in bare feet. Only join me if you are too. Otherwise you're wearing comfortable, well-fitted flat shoes. Please don't wear slippers, obviously. Okay, so we're going to slowly bring the shoulders up towards the ears and slowly down, just taking out a little bit of tension. Good. And as you do that, think about standing tall. Okay, just getting the body warmed up nice and gradually. A few minutes warm up to start with. Okay, good. And then we're going to take the shoulders forward, up towards the ears and all the way back down again. You stay there. Forward, up towards the ears and all the way back down again. If there's not a lot of movement in your shoulders, do this most days and you'll start to get a lot more mobility up there. Still standing tall, nice quiet feet. And remember, throughout this entire class, you go at the pace that suits you. You want to be working, let's use some arms, we want to be working at a pace where you'd still be able to talk to somebody if they were with you, okay? So, let's move on to some heel dips now. So we're going to tap the heel, okay, keeping the other knee a little bit bent, nice quiet heels. Okay, and we're bringing in the arms if you want to, you can just do the feet if that's enough for you. And remember, going your own pace. Okay, and then just to check if your brain is moving, is working this morning, we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay. Yeah, it's good to challenge the brain and the body to do things slightly different. Again, still standing up tall, nice quiet feet. Very good. And then we're going to do a little hamstring curl. So you're lifting the heels up towards the bottom. We'll just turn and show you. Now this can be a low lift, but you can bring up a little bit higher. But remember, we're still warming up. So just take your time for your all the muscles and the tendons in your knees to loosen off, the fluid to go into the knees joint there. Okay, so we're adding a little pull back with the arms. Again, I'll turn and show you. You're just drawing the elbows back a little bit, encouraging you to stand upright, nice and tall. Good, and again, at your own pace, you can do legs only if legs and arms are too much for you. You just work with what your body feels like doing today. Very good. And now we're going to do a little side tap. So you're going to tap it to the side and back to hip width. Okay, and it's just a light tap of the toe, there's no weight going on there. And then we're just going to do a little side lift with the arms. Slow it down if you need to. Okay, so we're just opening up the hips, we're making the hip joint move. The leg move out to the side there. Good, thinking about your posture, nice relaxed shoulders. Watch you're not holding your arms up here. And we can change the arms a little bit, do a little push to the side. Just changing the the arm movements. The muscles that are working the angle of the joints. And hopefully you're getting a little bit warmed up. Yeah, your breathing rate might have increased a little bit, but like I said, as long as you can still hold a conversation with somebody, that's absolutely fine. Your heart rate is now increasing gradually. And hopefully you're getting physically a bit warmer now you're doing some movements. Okay, and then our next one, we're going to do a knee lift. So you bring the knees up, and again, it's up to you how high that is. It could be quite low down here. So I wouldn't go any further than right angles with the hip, because we're still warming up. And then we're going to do a little push down. So you push the hands down, straighten the arms. So imagine you're pushing 2 blocks or something towards the floor. Okay, I'll get nice and warm now. And remember, you can take the arms out or keep them nice and low. Feet low, it is entirely up to you. Nice quiet feet. Okay, and then let's do a little side step. Swinging the arms. That can be low down, or maybe coming up a wee bit higher. And the step can be as big, medium, or smaller if you're still warming up, or that's enough for you. Nice relaxed shoulders, let the arms move from the base of the shoulder blades rather than the muscles up here. So you've got lots of big muscles running down the side of your back to support your arms, and if you keep your shoulders down, they will all be engaged. All your core muscles. Speed again, up to you. And then our last warm-up exercise. We're going to do a little kick. So we're going to kick the leg. Lowish. No high kicks yet. Okay, and then if you want to, we're going to push the arms. Now this could be one arm or both. Obviously both arms is a little bit more energetic, so you choose. And again, your shoulders are down and you're imagining you're just pressing something in front of you. Speed again, up to you. Now, what I do in my classes is I pick 4 movements and we cut it down so it becomes a little coordination challenge. We get down to 2 of each movement and then 1 of each movement. So I thought we would try it. If you lose everything completely, don't worry. Just as long as you're moving, we're still doing the warm-up. So it's just to put a bit of interest into the warm-up. Okay, so your first exercise out of the 4, we're going to go back to the heel digs, and we're going to roll. And then we're going to do side tap. And then we're going to pick the heels up, rolling the arms back. Remember, standing up tall. And now we're going to do knees. You push the knees. And what we're going to do is cut this down. So we're going to do heels for 8. We're going to do side for 8. Okay. And then you're going to pick it up behind for 8. got it now? Okay, so heels free. And to the side. Heels up. Don't know about you, but I'll get really warm now. And then knees. Okay, now you've got it, let's cut it down to 4 of each. So for 4, out to the side. Remember, just keep moving if I've lost you. Heels up. Just challenging your coordination. Okay, so heels to the side. Heels up behind. And knees. And heels. Maybe a bit bigger row, slightly big for the arms, so you get nice and warm. Up behind, stand tall, and knees. Okay, one more time for 4. So heels, side, up behind. Right, you all got the hang of it now. Okay, so let's try 2. Oh, this is the test. So heels, side, behind, and knees. Heels to the side. Bring that foot in. Heels up behind and knees. Good. Nice big movements now. We're getting nice and warm. Up behind and knees. Heels. Side. Up behind and knees. Good. And one more time. Heels. Side. Up behind and knees. Okay, now we're going to do 1 of each, so back to march and always keep moving. Okay, so we're going to do heel on one leg, side on the other leg, up behind on the other leg, and then knee. Okay, alright, so heel, side, behind, knee. Heel and side, behind and knee. If it's not working, then just pick one move and keep moving, okay? It's just a little bit of fun to make the warm-up a little bit more challenging. My class love this. They're always laughing at this point, they're always getting it wrong, and you get an extra piece of chocolate if you get the arms in the warm-up. Okay, alright, did you get it? It might take a few goes of this video before you do. So good for your brain to have some challenges. Right, let's try the other side. So think about it. Heel, side, behind, knee. Heel and side, behind and knee. Heel and side, behind and knee. It's good for my brain as well, because I tend to make it up on the spot in my class. Heel and side, behind and knee. Heel and side, and you hear people reciting it as well, which is funny. Tongues come out, I like that. Heel and side, behind the knee. 2 more. Heel, have you got it? Side. Just get the legs. Knee, one more time. Heel and side, behind and knee. And march it out. Well done. You have survived the warm-up. We're now going to go on to the circuit part of the class. So get your weights ready and we'll get going. We have 10 different exercises. We're going to do a minute of each. Okay, you have options to use weights. If you're new to this exercise video, then please give it a couple of tries before you decide to add in the weights. I will use them so I can give you the teaching points regarding them. So, our first one we're going to do is we're going to do the heel dip like we did in the warm-up with the arms. Okay? Remember, the pace is up to you. Weights is up to you. This is quite a workout for the shoulders for a minute, okay? And if you do have the weights, watch you're not dropping them on the way down. I want to see control. Yes, so nice, controlled straightening of the arms there. And remember, the aim of this class is to get the heart rate going, to get you in that zone where you're slightly out of breath, but you can still speak to somebody, okay? Get your nice quiet heels. I just tend to want to start with, we have 10 more seconds. Your minute's not that long. Good, now our next one is the squat. So, you have two options. Option one, you can get your chair and do sit to stand using those glutes. So you're sitting right back. Or you can do the same thing standing up. So push back, you use those big glute muscles, those big bottom muscles. And the bend in your body comes from the legs. The amount of people I work with, you try to get lower from bending at the waist. Don't do that, you'll see my body stays in line. And the movement comes from my knees and my hips. Now don't worry if this is quite a shallow one. We've all got to start somewhere. Or do your sit to stands, have a little march, and then do another one. And you'll be amazed if you do this video regularly, once or twice a week, how quickly the strength in your legs get. Okay, so lots of options there. That's nearly a minute up. Okay, good. Now, our next one is a little bit of dancing. So, we're going to do heel toe, and a double side step. So I was going to do just a double side step, but that's a bit boring. Okay, heel toe, double side step. Now, weights are optional, and you can add in a little bicep curl on the heels, and you can keep it going on the double if you want. Okay, or you can just have them to the side, or no weights. You choose. Now, for those of you that like dancing, or do a bit of country dancing, we can do a little grapevine in between. Okay, just makes it a bit more interesting than just doing side steps. Okay, so double, nice and easy, without the weights, without the arms, that's up to you. Or adding a bit more movement into a grapevine. Gosh, that went quick. Okay, and then our next one is we're going to do a little lunge. So you're standing upright, small step forward, bend the back knee and the front knee will go with it, and then you're going to come back to hip width. Okay, small step forward. So I want to see those feet apart. Okay, for your balance, and handy chair there if you need a little bit of help with your balance. Okay. Yep. Okay. That was better. Alright, good. Now again, just like the squats, your body goes with the legs, they don't bend, so I shouldn't see the top of your head coming towards the wall in front of you. Yes? The top of your head should be going downwards. Okay? If you're showing it towards the wall, you're bending in the middle trying to get lower. Work with the legs. Yes? Work with your knees and hips. Stay. Just do what you can. Nice and shallow is fine. Okay, good. Alright, now, the next one we have is dancing. This is one of my favourites. I'm doing some classes online, live with people, and then nothing cheers me up more than seeing people dancing in their kitchens and their living rooms. So anything you feel like, listen to the music, or throughout this whole class, once you get used to me, or you're fed up with me talking and you know exactly what I'm doing, put on your own music. Yes, absolutely no problem at all. I won't take offence. Okay, so anything you feel like doing, dancing wise. Okay, and like I said, it just makes me happy seeing people dancing in the kitchen for some reason. Okay, good. I also teach Zumba, so I love dancing. It's so good for the body. Really gets your brain working with your body, frees you up. Yeah, give me a smile. We will get out of this. All right, good. side lunge. So you're going to step out and back in. Your weight is going on to that leg. So not like the warm up, which was a leg tap. We're actually bending the knee, putting the weight onto that leg. So we're working the inner and outer thighs. Okay, so shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay, good. And arms are optional. Nice side raise here. Shoulders down away from the ears. Controlling those weights. Excellent. And just checking on your breathing just now. Are you slightly out of breath, but you could still talk to me if I was in your living room with you? Okay. If you're really out of breath and you don't think you can talk, take the weights out, take the arms down a little bit, and just make things a little bit slower. And over time, your ability to do a little bit more will improve. Okay, very good. Now, our next one, this is interesting, we're going to do 2 punches forward. So we're going to do punch, punch, and then we're going to march. Now you're going to move your foot with the punch. Do you see that? And then we're going to march. And it's not a little toe tap, put some weight on it and march up top, okay? Now, for those of you that are really energetic, you can add a little jog, okay? You know who you are, you know you're capable of doing this. You're used to doing a little jog right now, not in your classes a few months ago, but right now you're doing a little bit of jogging around your room, okay? If not, good strong march, okay? So 2 punches, 4 marches, all right? Good. Now this is quite a good de-stressor. Think about somebody or something that's annoying you, have it in front of you, give it a good punch. So all you're doing is straightening that arm, bringing it back. Good, all right. So this one's interesting, this is a balanced one. I've got various options. You're going to have your toe behind you, your front knee is bent. We're going to do knee and knee. Now, other option is you're going to turn your body towards the front knee, then we're going to do knee and knee again. If that turning isn't good for you balance-wise, then just do knee lift here. Yes, so you can just do this, okay, for 30 seconds, and then we're going to change sides. Or we're doing 2 knees and a little twist. Now, I always add this into my classes to help with our balance. We're changing legs. Most of the weight is on the front leg here. So you do knee, knee, make sure you turn towards the front leg knee, not the other way. You might fall over, okay? And then the turn isn't with your arms, it's with your shoulders. So turn your shoulders to that side wall. Make the stomach muscles work. I can't give you sit-ups, but I can give you stuff that challenges your core. Okay, good job. All right, and now we are going to do a plie. So feet are turned out, bottoms tucked under. You're going to track your knees over your toes, and we're going to slowly go down and up. Good. Okay, now we're going to pull the arms in towards the side as well. This is a good upper back strengthener. Okay, bend the knees. Pull the elbows in towards the ribs, open up the chest. Now your feet are comfortably wide, you can take them a little bit wider if you want. And you're thinking, check your knees don't cave in. You're tracking over the middle toes there. Okay, good, shoulders down. And you should feel the glutes working, inner thighs. Yes, this is a great one. For leg strength. Pull those arms in. Well done. And believe it or not, that is 9 done. We have 1 more. We're going to do punches again. 2 to the side and 2 knee lifts. Okay? So 2. Then we're going to do knee and knee. So we're going to punch, punch, knee in your own time. I'm going quite quick here. So you choose whether there's weights. You can just do a little toe tap and a little knee lift. That is perfectly fine, okay? You can hear my breathing. This is quite energetic. Okay, so well done. We're nearly finished our 10th one. If you want to extend this exercise video, we're rewind me back to the start of the circuit session, okay, and do all 10 again, or do another 5 again, do another 1 again, yes, and gradually build it up, okay? Alright, good, but please always do the warm up and the cool down if you're going to do that, alright? Well done. 2, 1, and that's us. Okay, now you never ever stop suddenly. I want you to keep moving, keep marching. That's the whole thing finished. I'm going to keep marching, and we're going to do the cool down. So I want you marching well, okay, and then we're going to put some moves together for the cool down, and you're going to need your chair for the stretches, okay? Okay, so well done for doing all those exercises. I don't know about you, but I'm very, very warm. Good way to cut down your heating bills. Okay, we're still moving quite briskly. Yes, don't slow it down too much. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to do some of those moves, but a little bit slower. Okay, so let's do the heel digs with the rows. Of course, we've not got weights now. All right. Okay, nice relaxed shoulders. And then over the next few minutes, you should hopefully feel the breathing rate calming down, okay? Your heart rate's going to slow, your blood pressure's going to come down, okay? But you have to do the cool down, alright? I did another video for Chest Central Scotland, a chair-based one, and what was interesting is loads of people did the warm-up, a few people did the main bit, and hardly anybody did the stretches at the end. So please do, please stay on and do this bit. It's really important, okay, to cool the body down gradually. Do some stretches to maintain or improve your flexibility and mobility. Okay, now let's go back to heels up. We're going to have the arms down a little bit lower, okay? Okay, now normally in my normal class what happens, and I can't wait for it to go back again, is we would be walking around the room and chatting and doing some arm exercises and stuff. And I know because everybody talks that the breathing rate is fine. So if you go to a regular class, you'll know what I mean. But this is how we're exercising just now. So imagine you are chatting to your pals in your class just now while you're doing these exercises, okay? And then let's do a little side tap, okay? And let's just do a single arm lift. Let's try opposites, just to see if your brain is still working after all that exercise. Check in on your breathing. Is it slowing down a little bit? Very good. And then let's turn it into a little side step, arms nice and relaxed. Okay. Gentle swing. Still have good posture. Breathing normally. Okay. And then let's do a little knee lift. We're bringing everything down now. Bringing down that intensity. Just a little knee lift, small press, very low. Slow it, go even slower than me if you want to. And then let's march, and if you have space, feel free to march around the room, okay? So, in order not to confuse you, I'm going to stay on the spot, but if you have enough space to walk around or go up and down your living room or your kitchen, do that now, alright? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to roll the shoulders up, back and down. Again. So you're walking wherever you want, as long as you can hear me. Like I said, it goes a lot quicker when you've got somebody to talk to. You're walking around your hall or your sports centre that you normally work out in. It will all come back though. We just have to be patient. Okay, good. And then we're still walking. You're going to bring the shoulders up and slowly down. And up. And checking on your breathing again. Are we getting back down to normal? Certainly going to save on my heating today. I'm all nice and warm. Okay, good. And then shake out the arms. And then you're going to get your chair. We're going to do some mobility and some stretches here. So if you get your chair, dining room or kitchen chair please, if you can, okay? And we're going to do a little bit of mobility exercises for your cool down as well. So we're going to cross the leg and take it to the outside. Now, various options here. You can have it low, and you could even just do a side tap if your hip doesn't like going across. Okay, if you have decent mobility in the hips and you want to challenge your balance a little bit, we're going to cross the leg over, take it back. And then your challenge is, how much are you leaning onto that chair? Can you just have a light tap while you do this? So I do this every week with my class members to keep them stable and balanced. Okay, and they all work at different lengths. So I have some people who don't have great balance, so they just stick to this one. And then others who are really good and they barely need the chair. Okay. And also what you're doing is we're working into the hip there, and we're just keeping it healthy, keeping it moving in all the directions. Your hip is nearly as mobile as your shoulder, but all we tend to do is move it forward and back as we walk and sit up, stand up and sit down. Okay. So shake out the legs. Okay, we're going to take the foot behind, your toes are pointing forward, and do check that back toe. I'm going to lift the toe up, I'm going to turn to show you. I'm going to lift the toe up and press the heel down. My big toes pointing forward. If my toes were turning to the side, I wouldn't get that calf stretch. So you think about the main body of the calf. And if you don't need the chair for balance, feel free to just move the arms a little bit because we're still pulling down. And then you're going to hold the heel down a little bit, your front knee is bent, and if you're balanced you can do a gentle shoulder stretch. Okay, good. Now we're going to step the foot in a little bit more, so it's like we've just taken a small step forward. I'll go this way so you can see how wide. Feet are still hip width, and we're just going to sink down a little bit and come back up. Let's do those arms we did in the plies, just to keep everything moving. So hopefully you'll feel, if your toes are pointing relatively forward, they might need to turn out a little bit, is mid to lower calf, and you're also stretching your Achilles. Okay, so if you're not used to this one, be careful, just do a little dip, and then we're going to hold it here. Excellent. Now, we're going to pick the leg up. If you're not balanced or stable enough for that to happen, you can hold onto the chair and lift the foot up and down, and you're still going to get a stretch into that quad. If you're standing, you're working on the knees coming together, the heel going up towards the bottom, and standing as tall as you can, and again, great balance challenge. Okay, very good. And then we're going to turn to the other side. So, you're going to start with the leg going out the back, crossing over. Good. Remember, lower high, so if you've got good balance and nice open hips, you may be able to take it around higher a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to do what I forgot to do on the other side, so we'll do that in a minute. We're going to tap the toe forward and back. So now we're opening up the hip as the leg goes behind you. So the body stays still and the top of the hip is opening up. Now this muscle here, your hip flexor, it shortens when you sit down, and most of us are sitting a lot more than we were before and we were out and about. So feel that stretch. If that's enough for you, you're going to keep doing that. Or when you do a little swing with the leg, I'll show you side on. You're doing a little swing and your knee is coming behind the other knee, and that's where you get the opening. Okay. Now place the foot back down. I'm going to reach up, place the heel back down, check those toes at the back pointing directly forward, and then you'll feel the calf. Every time the heel goes down, remember you can adjust the depth of your step there. Bring it in shorter if you're not getting that heel down. Then we're going to hold it in place. One arm across if you want, shoulders down, gently pressing that forearm in towards the body. And then you're going to step in, you're going to bend both knees and come up. Bend both knees. So, if you look at my body, it's dropping straight down. I'm not going forward, and it's just a little dip in the knees. And that gets to the mid to lower calf. And then hold it down just for a few seconds. And then if you are doing the quad stretch, pick up that foot. And you're working on bringing the knees right side by side and standing tall. Okay. Or remember your other option, just lift the heel and bring it down. Or, yeah. Good. And then we're going to have to change the chair to the other side because we've got this one. So pointing the toe forward and back, this is a really good one to practice your posture. To stand tall, because you're balancing on that leg, stand tall. And then if you want to, we're going to lift the knee, bring it forward and back. Now, if your balance isn't great, I want your foot on the floor, and only try this if there's somebody in the room with you. Okay, so if your balance isn't great, all of these ones where I have you standing on your legs, please have somebody with you. Okay, don't take the risk if you're on your own. Good. And then you're going to have the chair in front of you if you need it to hold on to. We're going to go side to side. I'm going to move my chair out the way so you can see me. We're going to go gently side to side. And you're going to feel the inner thigh muscles getting a stretch. So as that leg straightens, the inner thigh muscles is getting a little stretch. Okay. Then hold it to one side and sink it down. And then to the other side and sink it down. Remember, this could be a lot narrower than I'm doing. And then you're going to walk the feet out. And then for the hamstring stretch, I prefer to do it seated. So you're going to sit down, just face the camera. I'm just doing this for demonstration. You're going to have your leg out, your hand is on your bent knee, lift up nice and tall, ease forward, stop when you feel mild tension running down the back of the leg. I had a lady in my class on Thursday, just yesterday, and she really felt her hamstrings because she hasn't been to my class for 4 weeks. So she hasn't done any stretches, so she really felt it, so she had to take it easy. Okay, and then change sides, so lift up tall. So if you were going to an exercise class before this, as you just started again, be really careful with these stretches. Just accept what your body is doing and is capable of doing. And breathe and relax into it. Very good. And then coming round for the hips. If you can get your ankle onto your knee, please do so. And then you're going to let this top knee fall out to the side. If your knees or hips don't allow that, cross your legs and focus on this top leg going out to the side. You can even gently press it on the thigh there. Okay. Now, if you're here and the knees up really high, you can gently open it up. If it opens up easily, about 45 degrees or more, you can then take your sternum forward, so it's this part of the forward, don't punch. So in there, nice long torso, and you'll feel a stretch into the hip here, into the glutes, and you may feel your knee. It's quite tight. Pull your toes back, that can help with that tightness in the knee. Okay, and then change sides, so we're either here, remember, or if you can take the ankle up here, there. And as you can see, this side is a lot tighter for me, so I'm going to do a little press and just working it, opening up, and then add a wee forward. Okay, and then our last couple is for the arms, so we're going to work the back of the arm here. Hand is on your shoulder, you stay there. You're going to take the elbows straight upwards, not out to the side and cheek, straight upwards. Then use this hand to gently push it a wee bit further than it naturally wants to go. And then again, shoulders relax, head stays completely still, and down, and one more time. Good. And then the other side, slowly up. So flexibility. You want mobility in the shoulder, flexibility running down your tricep, back up. And then once more, little press. And then for opening up the shoulders, this is a great one. You're going to take your hand down to the back and see where it goes up your back. Some of you will be down here. You're heading into the shoulder blades. Don't worry if you're nowhere near. You'll probably find your dominant arm, your stronger arm goes further. And what this is doing is opening up the front of the shoulder here, making you sit up taller, naturally have better posture right on top of it. And then the last one in this class, place one hand inside the other, bring your shoulders up to shoulder height, check your shoulders around low, and then you're going to push your weight with your inner hand and drop your head down. You round your shoulders, press away with that inner hand, and then you're going to sit up nice and tall, and then you're going to do the other side, hand in, press away, drop your head, and then sit up nice and tall. Thank you for joining me today. Keep exercising regularly. Thank you very much.